All right, good to start here. What is it? UNH versus Robert Morris University. Seems like it's the varsity roster going against. We have interesting names here. We got Goth Girl on the other side.
Yeah, 40, Professor Gouda.
Here we have Annex, the duelist of this team. She's been a very solid player over the past couple of years and shows a lot of promise. She's had a lot of experience when it comes to uh, competitive Val. Uh, Played in many game changers tournaments. She definitely brings a lot of experience when it comes to this team. And we actually have a couple new players coming into this roster. We have Gavarone, Bean K, and Mamba. They've all joined in this year. Gavarone and Bean K are actually freshmen, if I'm not mistaken. So these are some new faces, especially just to our own community in UNH. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one. See how they play. They've had a lot of time to, prepare. Last week they also had a game which I'm pretty sure they won. So they're on a streak right now, which is going to be really good for UNH to just keep picking it up and get another another win this game. Seems like our first map is going to be Sunset. Interesting. We haven't really seen what obviously UNH has brought out for Sunset yet, which we'll see how it goes. Obviously, we're not really sure on, what Robert Morris brings either, even though, obviously like these two are definitely gonna have an interesting match. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, seems like we're gonna be starting soon.
No way you just quoted the red chili peppers there. I love it.
He has no clue what you're talking about.
Question mark.
You said Annex is the go-to duelist. Who else fills out that UNH roster?
For this roster, it's Optimal, Gavarone, Bean K, Mr. Mamba, and Annex.
So which roles are, who's your usual smoke? Who's your usual support and all that? So I'm
From
approaching
what
as
I've
a
seen
total outsider.
recently, Mamba seems like their dedicated smokes player. We'll see as they lock in here. And seems like an interesting picks here. We have actually a seems like a double sentinel. Oh no, it's just a troll pick. Let's see. Mamba's actually gonna be on breach this time, and we're gonna see Beamed on smokes, and obviously Annex on Rays. Usually, they do tend to flex around a little bit. I think most of these players have had experience on multiple roles, so it can definitely be something interesting that they can bring because again, it's not it's really good to have good depth in like a lot of agents, especially within certain roles. So it's nice that this roster is able to bring that, a lot of flexibility, which is really good.
It's like a high flash setup here. 2 breach flashes, the fade flash, omen flash.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's good for info. Good for site takes. We have raise nades too, which is really nice. Yeah, a lot of chaos that you can cause with this roster. And I mean, this is a roster that I think you used to see like maybe like earlier within Sunset, but I think it's a really strong comp if you know how to play with it. And if they're
Especially with the
locking it,
mobility off the raise satchel combined with fade ult and smokes.
it's really nice.
And it could dive backside pretty easily.
Yeah, which is really nice. And other teams going to be going with what you see nowadays. I think a lot of days you'll see like this raise or this like breach gecko combo, which is really nice to see. Um, it's really nice. You'll see that streams being a little. Here we have
Adjustments here and there.
yeah, just a little tech issues sometimes. UNH is going to be starting on the attack, which is see how this goes. Omen's actually going to be investing a ghost.
Breach going full util.
It's always good. Seems like it could be a fast hit then. Doing mid.
You got 3 stacking mid, Cypher roaming towards A
Yeah, this is
site.
going to be a fast B split here, honestly. So fast space take mid. They're walking up B main right now. They have Gavrone sitting towards spawn, just spotting A main. Seems like they want to hit, but they're just slowing it down. Might be an interesting play considering, okay.
Cypher cam spots him walking on B.
So it seems like they're just going to exit now. Bean's going to be getting the plant down. Fade Eye is going to be going towards back site. Seems like Cypher runs out back site. They're going to be watching back site here. Seems like the enemy team's trying to push them off. They're all going to be hurtling onto main, which is interesting considering it's pistol. Bridgestone's going to be coming through. Leaving Gavrone on site solo. Fade's going to be throwing the eye. Seems like they're flooding out onto site, which is really getting really messy here.
Seems like they're still holding on still. The Cypher on site, wrapping back around. Might be able to catch him on a flank off. Catches one, he clutches around down. Oh, an
That
ace
is
too?
an ace. That is an ace for Gavrone there.
Hello, Cypher. There is no hiding
This is an
from you
amazing
here.
way to start out this series.
He's gonna force buy off that with 4,300.
Yeah, of course.
Full shields and Spectre.
And they could easily just secure this round, just play it out safe and it'll all be good.
Try and keep everyone alive. Carry those weapons into the 3rd round.
Of course. As much power as you have for a bonus, it'll be great. Seems like they're just gonna be doing a dry B hit.
Yeah.
Maybe a site take and some noise towards market as well, maybe? Okay.
Dives straight in, sprays the smoke, finds no one.
They're gonna be trying to keep back site alive here, so no enemy team is flooded. It seems like they might have stacked towards A here, so that's not totally bad for the enemy team to do, just kindly keep your weapons. Seems like they're heavy market though, at least 3 of them. Wow. It's getting a little difficult here for UNH since they've already lost 3 bodies.
Down to 2v4 in the bonus round.
Okay, Mamba gets 1,
Player standing.
and it's just a 1v3. Wow, this is interesting.
I'll find you.
And that is
Yeah,
a
pull off
thrifty.
the 4s.
Oh, wait. Actually, it's close. Ooh, my god.
Whoa.
That was really close. That could have been devastating for UNH.
0.49 left on the bomb timer.
Yeah. And, carrying into this bonus round, they practically either have to force or they have to save here. It's, and they have like almost nothing going into this third round, and could be really hard for them to pick up this third round if they want a bonus. And it seems like Mamba's going to be forcing a Vandal, and so are some of the other members too. Annex is also going to be forcing a Vandal. It seems like everyone else is going to be on Sheriffs. Seems like they want to go take market space. Nope. Changed their mind. Top mid smoked off by UNH. Seems like they're just walking up. Maybe getting ready for a top mid take. And NX actually falls there with the Vandal. The enemy team is just prepped for this top mid take. It's actually crazy.
Absolutely repelled any attack by UNH.
How's he gonna have to stun? They're gonna swing. Mom accidentally flashes his
Bad
teammate.
flash.
Seems like Cypher spots no one towards A main. They might just regroup and hit A here. Seems like the best option, especially for...
Two Vandals still left for UNH. Could still make something happen with those easily. Not a lot of util left either.
30 seconds
Cypher
left.
does have ult here. If he does get a pick, he's able to see what's going on in the whole map. You know, it's not far-fetched to say that the enemy team right now is pretty spread apart. They might have one towards CT, one towards A lane, but yeah. Everyone's gonna get a plant
10
down.
seconds left.
That break shot is actually gonna be missed by the enemy team.
Barely
Here's the
dodges
plant.
it.
Yeah, barely. Gavin barely dodges this. Trying to get a pick. Gavin gets the first pick here. Spamming through the spots. Now to 1v3 with Mr. Mamba. Mamba has a slight pocket which we could get a kill. It's one. And it's down. Oof. That was a lot of damage actually for their bonus, and that was a lot more than expected. You know, I think forcing the two Vandals helped a little bit, but you know, going into this next round, they're gonna be the two of them are gonna be really poor, and it's gonna hurt their economy a lot.
2v5 somehow turns into a 0v2. Ends up a lot of drop weapons on both sides.
Yeah. You know, three of them are gonna have to rebuy again. And that could be devastating. And you could see it with the credits, you know, Omen and Raze can barely even buy, and you know, it's gonna be very difficult for both sides to get a grasp on this round, and we're not gonna be able to see a full buy this round.
Economy on
There's
both
one.
sides equally balanced and unbalanced.
Yep. You'll see here that UNH is trying to take mid again, you know, create some space towards here. And it seems like Optimal and Bean are just going to be walking up B main. It seems like Spike is going towards B though, and Gavin's actually going to be spotting one towards elbow. Yeah, there's presence towards A, there's presence towards mid. You know, UNH have to be careful because, you know, they make this early presence, but if they don't follow up with this, you know, with the faster hit here towards B, you know, the enemy team's going to catch on to this.
No hard feelings.
So Gavin's going to get a pick
Market
towards market. It's a really good pick. He's going to be
Might
staying
cause Robert Morris to back off a little bit. Think there's still more mid.
Yeah, and dude,
Especially with that
Gavin's going to be
second
getting
pick
another
coming out
pick
the top
top
mid.
mid, and that's going to be a 5v2 for UNH.
Bombs down, they all turtle back towards main.
Yeah, it's just looking really good for UNH.
Could see a flawless here, which should help their economy with loads. 4 Vandals out, 1 sheriff for main.
Gavin's going to be spotting
Spot
one.
1 walking out market.
Seems like they definitely have protocols when it comes to this pulse plant here. That is just
And a flawless.
Yeah, that is amazing from UNH. They definitely need this round to, you know, not even just pick up their their economy, but you know, get some momentum going. You know, their economy looks good if they win this round, which is expected of them. But it seems like the enemy team kind of, you know, saved that round. You could tell. I think yeah, 3 of them are like at least 4,000 or more, so they can definitely muster up a buy here.
Alright.
So if Robert Morris loses this round here, they're gonna be broke for next round. That's gonna be a 3-round lead for UNH just off the early game.
Early spots on A main.
Optimal's gonna be walking up, see if he can clear something on B. He's gonna be grabbing his ult up here, and this is really important, seeing how Optimal's actually won towards his ult, and maybe if he gets the plant down, maybe if something happens, but it seems like NX has fallen towards mid here. I think they tried doing the same play as they did the last time, but it seems like it hasn't been working there.
So Mamba both walked up top mid. Annex got picked off. Mamba walked out with his life still intact.
Seems like they're gonna try to hit towards B again here. We see Mamba holding his stun and Bean having his smokes out. Optimal's gonna be eyeing.
Be
It's gonna be
cautious. Enemy Raze does have ult up.
trying to flood on the site here. I think they're trying to take back site. Yeah, Optimal's gonna
Fade
be
U2
pushing up
comes
here.
out,
See if he
clears
gets a
bait.
nice pick here. He's actually gonna be taken down by the Gecko on the enemy team. It's gonna be a 2v5 again.
Breach nearly one shot as well.
Player standing.
Yeah, this is
Gecko swings,
devastating.
takes him out, hit from behind, picks him off still.
Yeah, that's gonna be a devastating loss for UNH. I think they're able to still muster a bye for next round, but they have to be really careful about next round. If they lose, then
They don't Gecko flash
their
A.
economy's gonna be in shambles. This has
Wait,
been
actually-
very.
No,
like,
let's go
around
right A.
the-
We're gonna walk up A.
I don't think they've had a stable
just
round,
stunned,
and
and then the
I
Raze
don't
That's
think
the first
neither
thing
round
that happened
has
with Elbow, but it was, like, super late.
either
Fucked up, so I
team has had a stable round, which is
Sky,
really really weird considering that by now at least something should flatten out,
Who
but
did they stun?
they've been going back and forth
He
here,
did
which
his
has
one
been
hit
very
swing
interesting
and
to
then
see.
Elbow.
Okay.
Total tug of war. Now the team is able to hold out a consistent lead, balance out their economy.
You can let me go wide.
Yeah,
Alright. I'm gonna go wide and then I'll aim
and
for
it's
the
going to be
Gecko.
interesting how this goes, and
I will break it.
UNH need this round right now,
Gecko's
or else
walking towards
their
B.
economy's tattered. It seems like they're going to be walking up A main, though. At least make some space towards here for now, instead of a lurk.
Caging your left, let's go.
Annex is
Holding
going to be
site.
pushing up here with the satchels.
Smoking.
Seems like the enemy Raze is on
Ledge,
site.
one ledge, coming out ledge,
Could have
guys.
pushed back into spawn.
Blinding sight.
Fade ult.
Fighting the one way.
Fade ult goes out. Spots two, I think.
I'm planning open.
I'm mollied.
I'm watching your alley.
They're going to be getting the plant down. That's actually really
Good luck,
close.
Alex.
That's actually a really interesting angle to see how that works.
I'm gonna come play on DUZ now.
How long till you get resmoke?
It's actually really important to note they have enemy team has Gecko ult and Raze
Oh,
ult.
so you can resmoke Wubin.
It could definitely be devastating if UNH don't know what they're doing.
I'm gonna stun.
Annex
One early
lobbing the
pick
nade
in that
over the
Cypher
wall.
ult.
I'm blind.
Yeah, and look
Both
at that.
Gecko ult and
That
Raze
is
ult go
Yuzho
out.
flood.
They aftershot us.
Can you resmoke Wubin?
Raze
Actually,
ult
Raze ult
misses.
is
I
gonna
don't
be
know if
getting
Gecko ult
nothing.
anybody.
Betrayed.
Oh, ledge.
Annex is gonna be popping
Annex
the ult
pops
here.
their ult, gets the breach.
Gets one.
RTT on me.
Wait.
2v2.
Try to push out. And that is an amazing round from UNH. Good pickup. And there was a lot of Yuzho flood there, especially from the enemy team. You could see that there was a breach stun, Omen flash, Raze ult, Gecko ult. That was a lot of Yuzho to tank, especially for UNH. And that was a really good pickup from them. That was a lot to deal with. And I think they handled it pretty well. More than what anyone should be able to handle. And
Perfect round to secure.
yeah, it's looking great for UNH.
UNH's economy gets fixed off that. They waste big ults with the Raze and Gecko ult. Their own Raze ult gets used, but it does secure one kill.
That's really good.
Cypher ult still on the board from round 2. Hasn't had a chance to pop it yet.
It seems like it's gonna be a B hit for UNH.
Flashing backside. Watch out.
You guys
They're
have
already
site,
getting the
flank
plant down, and this was a really fast hit actually.
Oh, I'm dead. He's on top of the market.
One more.
Seems to be the rounds they do best out of those fast hits. But
And
this
their
round
Omen's
is
gonna be
falling
getting a
apart at the
3K
seams.
on market. Wow. Miyasato is getting heated up right now.
I know exactly.
Bought all 3 in market, looking towards Cypher. Enemy Cypher ult flies out though.
Seems like Mamba's just alone on site, and it's gonna be devastating.
Oh
Yeah, and
he's
they're all
getting
just
warmed.
isolating him, and Gavro's actually gonna be main. Yeah, Yeah, and that's just the round for Robert Morris.
Thrifty.
It's
The
just
tug of war
another
just goes back
yeah,
and forth.
yeah, it just keeps going back and forth. No team has had like a room, like any room for breathing, and yeah, I mean, it's the best thing you can do. Take a timeout, you know, take a moment to breathe, and Speed Rush has been like a stable coach for them over the past couple of years. Always giving words of encouragement or you know insight. Um, especially for this team that has this new talent, it could be a little difficult for them to pick up on everything, and this is a really good time to take a timeout, evaluate what's going on, and I think UNH could definitely pick this back up. They just need to just take a breather and let themselves like recuperate.
I mean, most of their wins have come off those fast takes on sites where they're able to get back and turtle effectively.
There.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of
And
times they tried to roam or lurk, it's backfired on them pretty heavily.
yeah, I mean, I think if their fast hits work here, it's definitely something that they should consider. And you actually see pings towards A side, so it might be that they might try to take site over on A,
There.
and might be a fast hit considering that it is a save.
4 sheriffs, 1 Bucky versus 5 rifles would be an interesting matchup here. Spot 1 early on A with the Cypher Cam.
Seems like they're gonna be walking up elbow. Bean's actually gonna be throwing out his blind, and seems like they're going on site. Okay, successful site take.
Goes down pretty early in the round. They clear that back hallway on A site pretty effectively with the fade ult, or the fade util.
And this is looking like a really good save from UNH. 4v2, especially on a save round. This looks
Yeah,
amazing.
quickly turned into a 4v2. It was only a few seconds and they wiped out most of the
Tugger here.
enemy team
Yeah.
there.
Hug the wall. I'm ping. Left.
Those breach flashes look like they played a big part of it, blinded 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, Annex is gonna be getting that last killer right there, and Gecko's on site.
Nice.
That is just an
And the
amazing round
Sheriff
from
one
Annex.
tap.
Wow.
You see that
All
shit?
the guns.
That is gonna be the thrifty again. That is, I think, the second thrifty we've seen this game, and
They don't like that burn.
UNH
It's the
take it.
third we've seen.
Is
We
it?
had 2
No,
from
it's
Robert
this.
Morris and 1 from UNH.
Yeah, there was a thrifty I think on the second round, but they couldn't close out the bomb.
Hey, okay.
No, you're right. It was that.
CT smoke, actually,
Yes.
Ruben, can you, instead of doing this smoke, can you just one way off rip and we'll take that space?
Very interesting seeing how it's gonna go this round here.
Go fast here,
Seems like it's gonna be another fast hit. We see Mamba with his
Pumping left,
stun out,
Reach with the stinger.
and Annex just running it up on get that bomb.
I'm talking to a
Really got
That's
caught
gonna be-
out trying to grab that bolt orb.
Yeah. Mamba's gonna be getting the first pick there. That's actually really important.
Phase ult gets popped by Annex. I don't know where she's looking for someone. Didn't get anywhere with it.
Nope. It's gonna be one of those close plants again towards elbow. Seems like a one was gonna pop. Oh, and that's a 2v4 again for UNH.
Last player standing.
And each team is just wow. And that I think is the 50 for Robert Moore.
Might have been, but there were a few rifles on their side as well.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a
50s.
50. Yeah, that's actually
Tug of war continues.
yeah.
The rest fight alley them.
We want to punish it and maybe like me and Xena push up
Think-
ledge.
Longest win streak on either side has been 2 so far.
If we can get breach
I
here,
think
we
so,
can-
yeah.
I was
UNH
thinking
has
we can, like,
had the
hold
first round in
A-link
pistol, and that
CT,
pistol was
Oh,
right?
he used my ult
Like,
that
that's
round.
like that anti-eco was
Take
definitely
it,
something that
Ruben ults onto the
it
side.
should have been a lot
Fade
lot
ult.
lot more
Fade ult-
separate,
fade
and
ult
it
fade,
was
fade
a
ult
lot
fade. Ruben
closer
ults on
than
top of the
what
bush
you
box.
think.
Throw smokes and then ult.
It's gonna be 5-4. UNH is gonna be leading by one round.
Can someone buy
Let's
me,
see how
Mamba?
they try to keep this lead, maybe.
Breach is tagged.
Watch out, Oba. Hold on, I don't think I should have bomb here.
Again, Annex trying to get this pick, and Mama's gonna be getting the first pick again.
Bomb,
Wow,
I'll get- okay.
really good
Side's
engagements
clear,
from him.
side's clear.
Bean's gonna be TPing up onto the site.
Come play elbow with me. We're gonna see Nate CT off contact.
UNH just excels at creating that early space, but their biggest problem has been holding on to it.
I've got
Yeah.
I got Omen.
And it's gonna be really devastating. Look, if you look at this breach ult from the enemy side,
Oh,
and
hold out, Charles. Gun out.
if they
gun out.
pop this
Ready?
ult and they're on
Use it,
site, you
and
know,
they-
it
they
could be
come
really
in.
devastating for them.
Alright, now we see it's. Oh shit.
Yeah, and look, Cypher already gets the pick here. It's already a 4v4.
I got stunned for back.
Annex is already 9 health, which is really bad.
They missed a stun on us.
Flashing high.
That's a
He kill
3v2
comes
for
out.
UNH, okay?
Oh, there's a gap.
2v2.
Site was
Just
Bean's gonna
Second
be
kill with
getting the
the Bucky.
paranoia kill, okay.
Nice.
And that is, yeah, look at that. UNH pick up a second round there. Really nice, and the breach ult from the enemy side got invested and everything. They couldn't get that round win. 6-4 for UNH right now. Looking like a pretty good half from UNH, and you know, from Robert Morris as well. Both have been putting up a really interesting show here, and it's really nice to see this competition going between the two sides.
UNH secures this round. Robert Morris economy tanks really hard, and they won't have a way to bounce back in the half then. We'll just go down 8-4.
Seems like they're letting Gavron walk up here on top mid, while the rest are going to be B main. It might seem like a really... Oh, it actually seems like they're backing up a little bit. Could be that they caught rotates, or they... Yeah, it seems like they're going to be pivoting towards A here, letting Gavron take the space. And Gavron actually gets picked off here.
Young Gecko.
Gecko actually punishes him for this
Go,
lick
they're
here.
like 3 mid.
Annex keeps farming his ult orb with 5 out of 8 again. She just had her ult like 2 rounds ago, which
Omen
is really,
on top of the box.
really nice.
Or he TP'd across. Or he TP'd across.
You bomb, Charlie.
As soon as they hear some in the alley, they're trying to get that early space once again, hold on to the site before they can get pushed off of it.
And this is a really nice angle from Annex, you know, not an angle that you see often.
3 TT.
That is a
Oh, but the
3
3
wow.
sweep.
Yeah. Bean's actually going to be detained, and they have to contain the whole site here. Yeah, and that's...
That was a
that was-
chaotic
That
gunfight.
was really chaotic, and Roberts, again, they're going to be getting this bounce back. That's
Now it'll
another...
be if UNH can pull off a 7-5 half, or it'll be totally even going into the next half. Economy not looking the best for UNH here.
Yeah. And considering that the enemy team, Robert Morris, you know, they won that last round, and looking at their money now, even if they all died, doesn't look like they're struggling too much. And again, it was this thing of like playing slow and creating this space that they didn't need to create. And I think they really thrive in these fast hits, and you know, right now you see like them again, they're just slowing down and taking space methodically, which can work. But this comp is really good, and it really excels for fast hits.
Especially anytime they have lurked up to top mid, it hasn't worked out for them. They've always been punished for that. So
Yeah, of course. You see like
I can walk up and
the consequence of that. You see how they're not walking up here on top mid. You know that they know that there's always going to be one watching mid from either A link or B link, and you'll see that they're actually converting this into a site take on A. Even though Cypher's here, it's actually interesting they take the site where Cypher's at. It seems like their Cypher's going to be just playing off site. Might just be a free site for
Cross.
UNH here.
He's right. Oh shit, you can't. Right here. Can you
Yeah, they're
aftershock
going to get
this,
this
Isaiah?
spike down.
Aftershock this. There's a Cypher in the
seems
middle.
Robert Morris's whole game plan has been retaking site. There hasn't been many times they've put up a site to fight back for it.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, and this shock right here.
Out ledge.
It's going to be a 3v3 and a 2v3 for
Two more coming.
Omen TP'd.
Optimal. Actually gets the pick there. Seems like
Oh, you. Nice. Wingman on bomb.
Result comes out, will clutch it up. Barely misses it, but it gets the.
Yeah, look at this time playing time here.
He's got it.
I don't even know if she has it.
No, he doesn't.
Wow, that
Oh,
is so close from Robert Morris.
I got set down.
That's
not
gonna be a
cool.
6-6 half. And considering all odds, this is not necessarily terrible, but you know, UNH are they really have to pick it up when it comes to this defense. Seems like game plan's gonna be the same. You know, Beans buying Frenzy. Seems like though they do want to push down mid here, and might be an interesting play that they have cooking here. They've definitely had some time to work on set plays here for defense. And it might especially be really good, especially considering that an enemy team has a lot more attack firepower. So let's see how this goes.
really
See
like to
Annex
play
just
aggressive on
straight.
attack. It might
Yeah.
work better. The raises both flying in and out of mid.
Yeah, and that's Annex with two that's two picks for UNH right there.
I'm gonna
And
say
they know
small.
that there's more mid.
Say lobby. Cypher ran
Yeah.
away from mid
Annex
for
just
sure.
taking this free space here.
Yeah, I'm coming towards
Yeah,
you.
getting the Cypher trip, you know, creating all this
Mid
pressure.
right now.
There's two. There should be two
Yeah.
B main. Three. All
Yeah,
three.
you
Ooh,
see that the enemy team's
risky
trying to
time to
re-clear.
reload.
Just swing off my contact here.
Alright.
Yeah, and UNH is just holding his space really well.
Seemed on defense, Robert Morris liked to play back and give UNH that space. I'm not sure how well that'll work for them now that they're the attackers.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see this on like on their defense as well. Like they never really fought for space. Like they never fought for space. They never, you know, created these aggressive positions. But you see that actually Robert Morris actually gets a pick on the Annex here, and you know taking back some space that UNH just had. And they're actually going on an A side, but it's Gavarone
Immediately
and
shut
Mambo.
down.
Yeah, it's immediately just taken down.
Get the wingman off the plant, just a Gecko remaining. Everyone rotating over to help out in the 3v1.
Yeah, and Optimal. Yeah, it's gonna be getting that, and that's gonna be a pick for Bean, and that's the round win. Good pistol from UNH there again. You know, heading into this anti-eco might be different. You know, let's hope that this time they're able to keep their guns together, and hopefully they pull out with a clean, really nice and clean 8-6 here for UNH, and possibly it could be a 9-6. Never know, but you never know also what Robert Morris has up their sleeve right now. They definitely could be cooking as much as UNH. Optimum's gonna be
Give
throwing the
Robert
afterwards,
Morris.
and it actually gets destroyed, so they know that there's a couple A main.
Don't say anything.
Annex gonna be peeking out with the outlaw and gets the first
Early.
pick. That's really nice.
Wait, one B
That's
main.
really good for UNH.
Space here.
Annex seems to
Smokes
be
it down
walking that.
too. A lot less control for Robert
I'm
Morris.
gonna make nice rounds,
Yeah.
you know?
They broke my cam on B. Getting orb on B. I'm gonna close market door.
Holding
coming
tiles.
there, play with
Gecko's
it.
tiles.
Yeah.
Gecko's tiles. Gecko tiles. Here's a
Don't
chef.
fight. Don't fight. Don't fight.
Yeah, you could tell this round is really slowed down, especially for a save. This is a really slow round from Robert Morris. It kind of seems like they don't know what to do.
They're like here. I hear him jumping around mid.
Yeah, and Annex is just capitalizing off this, taking this free space,
I'm coming to you.
checking
Yeah,
mid,
back,
clearing
back.
mid,
They're B, they're
making
B,
sure
they're all
that
B main, they're all
no
B at this time.
no ratty
I'm tagged.
positions have been created.
I'm stunned and flash.
Seems like though
I flank, I flank.
they're all just
Relax.
huddled up towards B main, and
Market,
Annex is gonna actually
market.
take the time to flank,
Grab
and
gun. Market.
Robert Morris actually get the
Back
plant
this way,
down
this
here
way.
and
Stay alive,
two
stay alive.
picks.
Oh, okay.
That's his third pick. Wow.
This is not
Yeah,
looking
this
great.
is
Looking like their last save now.
Go away.
Market,
Oh,
Oh, a
and Annex
huge
is
play from
wow, that
Annex.
is crazy from Annex.
He's
The
marked.
collat into another one.
I'm
Might get
reloading.
Yeah.
4 here
Oh
to
God,
secure the
dude.
round.
Alright, someone
Reloading,
hold.
reloading.
Someone hold
Yeah,
it.
and she might just get this ace here.
Get happy. Nice.
Yeah, that's an ace for Annex.
And
as
there it
well.
is.
That's the second ace of the game.
Yo,
Both from UNH as well.
Absolute
thank God there was
beautiful
no
flank
smoke.
with the outlaw there. They
Yeah,
all
and that
lined
was-
up perfectly.
Dude, I was
Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, that could have been absolutely devastating for UNH, but you know,
just waiting for that smoke.
again, like we said, the star factor with Annex as duelist. You know, this is something that you've seen. We've seen time and time again. Annex being able to,
Ah.
a lot of the times put rounds into her hands. So definitely something that you could expect from her sometimes.
They've got
So
the
really good round from her to just save their round. And
Hard push by that
heading into, it's not a bad bonus, but definitely something that they could work with here.
Nothing A.
See a fast
waited
8
it
main
out.
space. Yeah, Annex is just gonna be farming that ult.
I'm gonna go towards.
That's a really good ult, especially considering that the Gecko on the enemy team has ult already. And, nothing too aggressive towards any other site. Seems like though that Robert Morris is going to be huddling up for a B hit. Yeah, and Cypher chips are already destroyed on site, so it seems like they've taken the space. Yep, and spikes down.
See if Annex can pull off another beautiful flank here.
Yeah, and
Looking
that's
like
just
it already.
wow.
Gecko all comes
Yeah.
out though. Grabs
Yeah,
Annex.
and Gecko's gonna be getting 2 there. Wow, that's a 2v4 and a 1v4. That fell down
Quickly fell
really.
apart.
Yeah, that quickly fell apart, but not a bad bonus from UNH there. See how it goes going into this
I hope you, man.
fourth round here.
Have a
Seems
seat
like both
here.
teams have kind of flattened out a little bit. Not too crazy considering that
And you can jump and put your camera.
both economies seem around the same. NX actually going to be forcing the op with. Is that no shield? I'm pretty sure there's
Yeah,
no
no
shield there.
armor up.
Yeah, no armor op. That's going to be really interesting.
Wasn't even sure if they picked up all their util or not.
Yeah, Mama's just going to be holding up that stun, especially considering that a main space is something that Robert Morris has tried to take a little bit. And yeah, Robert Morris is already down to 4. I think Annex picked off someone in mid, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's just going to be really slow from Robert Morris. And considering that Robert Morris actually has a pretty aggressive comp, I'm surprised they're not taking this space more aggressively. You can
Seems
see
to be
that,
their play style.
yeah, you have a minute left on the clock and, no idea about where Robert Morris is at. And the really interesting part about UNH's comp is that they don't have much information other than fade. Once you throw that fade eye, once you use those fade dogs, not much information you could really go off of. And you see that they have to resort to, Annex swinging out.
Smoking your
And you
elbow.
see that Gecko flashes towards a main and the Cypher cages as well. It's going to look like an 8 hit here. Annex actually in a really rough situation. Mamba's going to be picked off on site. So it seems like UNH
I need them offline,
I'm
offline.
holding with.
has given up the site and
Should we float on next
probably a
Careful
retake
close
here
'cause of Omen.
for
I'm
UNH.
holding here. I can't flood.
tab? Backside.
Still
Backside.
playing close to that op, trying to get an early pick. Gets the breach
That's
off that.
13 seconds left on the clock and Spike is down.
What's main? What's main?
Elbow.
Yes,
Left
they
side.
already spotted the last one towards elbow.
No time. No time.
Yeah, all they need to do is not swing anymore.
He saves.
It's making some huge plays to secure rounds for UNH.
Yeah, and that was a great round from
They were
UNH.
standing in your one way. Was that your one
Yeah,
way?
Robert Morris just not
Yeah, yeah.
The Omen was
just
standing in your
not
one-way
getting
at all.
the sight down for UNH. Not necessarily flooding, but this util usage is looking pretty well from UNH. Especially you saw it the whole entire half. Like first half, it was pretty good util usage from them, and you can see it now that it's still looking really nice. And yeah,
Very few wasted
Annex
ults coming off UNH.
Annex on a 2.0 KDA right now, 24 and 12. She's on fire. Yes, it seems like UNH is kind of giving up mid here, not necessarily doing anything aggressive. They're just trying their best to get this passive information, and it makes sense. Robert Morris, have tended to play really slow, but they have noted that 3 people are towards B main here, and they already get 1 trip down. So Gaveron only has 1 trip left, and that's towards stairs here.
Pretty slow round, 50 seconds left. No sign of Robert Morris pushing onto that B site.
Seems like they could have taken that mid space as well, especially since UNH gave it up. But You know, if you're UNH, what more could you do? Yeah, Annex spots the raise actually towards A site.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and Cypher's gonna be lurking towards mid. Yeah, and Gaveron just punishes on that. Seems like it's gonna
Beautiful
be an A
pick off
site,
that
but
mid.
Find you.
that's 20 seconds left on the spike. Again, it's a really, really close round here from Robert Morris.
Here. 10 seconds left.
Plenty of Yuto to deny plant as well still. Oh, plant goes down. There it is. 3v3.
Yeah, and Optimal is really low here. This is really interesting. Yeah, Bean gets the pick here. They know that one's towards default. Yeah, and that is, wow, that is amazing retake from UNH there to secure that 10th round. Yeah, and they're going to be up by 3 rounds. And this is, I think, the farthest that we've seen a lead go in this entire series right now. It's really...
Just a beautiful retake there.
Yeah. You can tell that, you know, spirits are high if you see their cams, you know, laughing, smiling. You got, you know, everyone's just chilling, you know, not taking it too harshly. And you can see spirits are high for UNH right now, especially considering that they're up by 3 rounds. This is the... You know, if they continue this momentum, they could really take it just straight 13-7. And, you know, Robert Morris look a little confused. You know what I mean? Their site takes are pretty nice, but if they're not able to hold down the space that they take or be a little bit more aggressive, then this could be devastating for them.
Yeah, they just play far too passive against UNH's more aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, and you'll see that, you know, UNH capitalize with this, you know, just actively walking up spaces that they shouldn't be, you know, really shouldn't be taking. You see, even here, Bean and Gaveron taking space towards B main, and this is really deep B main here. And, you know, you'll see that on the other side, on A site, you'll have you just Optimal holding elbow, nothing too crazy, but yeah, and UNH yeah.
Big kill on the spike. Oh, that's a
We have
rough
the
spot
spike.
for default too.
And look at that. See, they're already convulsed towards market. This is really tough for Robert Morris. But Robert Morris you know, Omen does have it all, and yeah, and Omen goes down. That's gonna be a
Quickly
flawless
fell apart.
round. Yeah, that's gonna be a flawless round from UNH there, and that's 11-7. It's gonna be a 4-round lead, and it's gonna be really difficult for Robert Morris to pick this back up. You know, they're on a bye this round, but you know, if they don't win this round, it's gonna be really difficult for them to take back a 12-7 lead, which, you know, no team wants to be in, especially considering that one mistake and it could be all over for their map. So yeah, Robert Morris really have to think about what they're doing here, and they haven't really taken the timeout. I feel like this could be the perfect opportunity to take a timeout, but they haven't.
This goes here.
I just don't think they can handle the confidence and aggressiveness of UNH here. I mean, they've been just pushing up, taking space, and Robert Morris hasn't had an answer yet.
Yeah, looks really devastating for them. Yeah, you'll see that Annex, you know, even with the op is just pushed up A main, and that's,
Running over. Left for cam bottom.
you know, that's just off the fact that like Robert Morris is not
No,
giving
I got the
don't
trip.
know where they
any
somehow.
pressure at all. There's
They're
not
gonna be
hasn't
fast.
been any pressure towards any site or
Late, I have
even mid.
Stay alive.
And any amounts of pressure that they've put towards something, it always gets shut down by UNH. And you'll actually see that UNH actually gave up the site for B. It's actually a 4v4, and Robert Morris with 3 ults here. That's actually really interesting. Yeah, 2 towards market. Seems like Annex doesn't pop that ult.
Left side main. Left side main.
Yeah, that's
Nice
2.
ult,
Wow.
Someone get on.
Isaiah's sick.
Market door had them trapped, and that was the perfect spot for a raise ult.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Good
that's
shot.
just
Annex
12-7.
cleans it up
Wow.
with a
Dude,
3P.
an Annex with a 30 kill mark
Just like get killed
for the
before.
first map. That is insane.
I got 2, but
This
I mean, you
is
mentioned
insane
she was
performance.
like their star duelist, and she's been showing that every turn here
Yeah,
so
and
far.
this has been amazing. This is an amazing series for her, and she's
with that,
she's definitely really promising. And you know, if she keeps this up, you know, she could really drag UNH across this line for the series. It could be a quick 2-0, you know. And you know, Robert Morris, I'm pretty sure they're on a save right now, so they have to do something. They have Gecko and Breach ult here.
You've seen other players, the UNH roster, stepping up to this whole game. It hasn't been a one-man show by far.
Yeah, you've definitely seen some really good moments, especially from Gaveron in that first round. A couple aces here and there. Mamba getting these first picks as well has been pivotal. And you know, each team member has shown their they're actually going to be comboing their util here. And it's already a 5v4 and it's not looking great for Robert Morris.
Going a little wider.
And again, they keep falling into this thing of, you know, being too slow. And I think that's been their issue this whole game. They've been a little too slow. They haven't been willing to take too much space, and UNH has capitalized off of this.
Tell UNH's confidence has just been rising steadily each round they put away.
Yeah, and Gaveron looks like he's just getting it on right now, and that's actually breach ult used from the enemy team. Yeah, and fade ult's
comes
out.
out 4v1, bombs down, and
Yeah,
there
and
it is.
that's the
13-7,
map.
UNH walks away with it.
Yeah, UNH really picked it up this entire half and not letting Robert Morris, you know, get that momentum that they needed. And you can tell Robert Morris only got one round that entire half, and that was the closer for UNH. And UNH are going to be up 1-0 for this series. Not sure exactly what map is coming next, but that was a really good showing from UNH. And you'll see here, yeah, Annex getting 31 kills this entire map, which is absolutely medicinal from her. This is a really good showing from her.
Had some huge plays in that second half to secure it away, which gave them all the money and confidence to play more aggressive and just shove it into Robert Morris.
Yeah.
About that, I was getting cookies.
They just kept their foot on the gas, and Robert Morris couldn't get the brakes back on.
Yeah. And it's really we actually see is that a fox? Is
that a red panda?
Might be a red panda. Yeah, it's a red panda actually. Yeah, you see Mamba with a red panda. You know, there's another player on one of the rosters here on Valorant. Has like 6 shark plushies. You can actually go back. It's actually
Is
really
it the
interesting.
Bahalas from the IKEA? Those real big ones?
I don't know, but he has a lot of shark plushies, and you know his name was Sharky. So a lot of shark plushies that he had actually was actually really interesting. There were times where on Facecam he would just have like a bunch of plushies just sitting there. It was actually really interesting. But
Whenever our next practice is,
you know, Mamba with the red panda on his head. Look at that.
It's that emotional support they're gonna need to really put this one away here.
Oh yeah, you can tell UNH just want to put this away, keep it a clean 2-0. Nice 2-0 win for their NACC league, and that's gonna be really nice for them, especially considering that, you know, this team wants to win. You know, that's again at the end of the day, that's what these teams are going for. They're just trying to win. And going into the second map, Robert Morris really have to consider like what they need to change. There definitely is something that they need to change here, and whether they change it now or they don't change it, this could be really devastating for them.
Especially shocking, Robert Morris never used their timeout last game. They never took
Yeah,
that chance to, try and stop the momentum, put a freeze on UNH. They just let them keep running with it.
yeah, and that was really interesting from Robert Morris. They definitely should have taken the time to control the damage that's being taken, and definitely you definitely saw that they had a lot of really good moments, uh whether it be ults or the combination of all their util. It was really nice, but those last couple of rounds really it was like a 180 turn. They didn't really know what to do there. They looked lost, and they really have to pick it up this for the second map. Seems like we're going to be starting soon, I believe. Most intermissions are a couple minutes, nothing more than 10 minutes here. And really got people joining. Let's see.
I think
It's
if
going to
Robert
be,
Morris wants to take any of this back, they can't let UNH get a hold of that momentum. Because once they got a
yeah.
hold of the momentum in the second half, it was pretty much over.
Yeah, and UNH could definitely carry this momentum over into the second map. If they don't, if Robert Morris don't thoroughly think about this is going to be really interesting from UNH. And we've seen it happen. We've seen a lot of games where teams will just carry over this momentum into the second map, and just it's all over. And second map's actually going to be Haven here. You see that UNH are going to be starting out on the attackers, and again, yeah, attack first half, and UNH's attacks have been pretty successful. A little bit of back and forth here and there, but it seems like they have it under control.
It'll be
Let's see
most
how this.
interesting to see if Phoenix can keep up that intense pace of those crazy flanks and space taking.
Yeah, that would be really, really needed for UNH. And not only that, I mean, I think like again the team cohesion that UNH showed, setting up Annex for these picks. You saw that it wasn't necessarily her just running for it, but you saw fade eyes, you saw stuns, you saw flashes. These pivotal pieces of util that helped her get these picks and helped her build the momentum that they had. And if they carry that over into the second half, especially on attack on Haven, it's going to be really nice for UNH. And you'll actually see that Annex is going to be whipping out the Neon, I believe. Yeah, that's been their bread and butter comp. And we saw it on a different map that a different game or different series that they played. I don't know who it was, but Annex showing this Neon, and looks really promising. She's a really good Neon as well. I think she's just an all-around really good duelist player for this team, and yeah, really good, really interesting comp. Not a comp that you see often, but you'll see that the Robert Morse is going to be pulling out your typical Sova breach, which is initiators. I think that are needed, especially for this map. You have the info and a lot of info from Sova, and that will like that firepower from breach, which is really good. And both teams actually run the breach and the Sova along with the Yeoman and the Cypher. The only thing that's different again is just this Neon versus the Jet. And you'll see that Jet has it's more common, especially on Haven, but it's definitely Neon's definitely an agent that isn't out of the blue. We've definitely seen Neon being run on Haven before, and we'll see what UNH could cook up this, and you'll actually see that Annex is carrying the bomb the first round, so they might. I think they're actually going to be taking a B hit over here and just getting that plant down. And
Oh yeah, fast B hit.
yeah,
Annex
that is
diving straight in there. And
yeah,
the
that's a
bomb's
fast
already
plant.
going down.
Yeah. Wow, that's actually really Look at that.
And that just showcases the trust that UNH has for each of their teammates to be able to dive straight into the B site and trust that your smokes are gonna be on time, your Sovas, good darts are gonna be perfect.
Yeah, and look, this is a really nice post plant, especially from UNH. Yeah, you'll see that Bean's going to be pulling out I'm pretty sure it's a one-way on bomb. Yeah, and Robert Morris is going to be going on the site. Yeah, I think one's sticking, honestly. If I'm not mistaken,
A
one's
lot of the
sticking. Yeah,
U2.
wow.
Oh, they
Oh my
couldn't get him
gosh.
off with the U2.
Yeah, Robert Morris actually really showing that they kind of just like avoided all of them and were just stuck to bomb. Really good attack idea, especially from UNH. You saw that it was successful, but they just couldn't hold that space and couldn't get the person out the spike. And that's gonna be the first pistol loss that they've pistol round that they've lost this entire series, and
Yeah, we want to make sure playing close.
we'll see how this goes. Yeah, Annex is actually be
Well,
running full shield, yeah, full util here. Really nice.
Interesting to see if UNH keeps up that fast, heavy attack pace that they've had this entire series so far, if they'll have to take a step back.
Yeah,
Haven
this is
pretty flank heavy map, so it's kind of hard to just rush and then turtle back in.
yeah. You see, actually beamed an Annex towards garage here, just getting ready for the C hit along with Gavarone and the rest of the team here. Yeah, Cypher's gonna be turtled up into to spawn area, and you'll see that Morris, they're trying to stop this plant, but actually Optimal's going to be getting that plant down, which is really nice. Yeah, you'll see that we've been backed up. Gavrone's actually on 30 HP, which is really interesting. Bane's actually be holding the space towards garage. He only gets one and actually gets traded out. Was managed to get that one way down on the bomb actually, which is really nice. And considering the enemy team doesn't have their omen either, they don't have a way to smoke out this bomb. Yeah, Mamba in a 1v3 actually.
Problem is that Marshall, no one's got shields. One hit in the body, they're gone. There it goes.
Yeah.
2 kills
Yeah,
to UNH there.
Garage and C.
Messes
not
up
bad.
some of the economy on Robert Morris, but
How do you feel about going 5A?
Yeah, not bad. Not a bad save from UNH. Definitely could have been a little bit cleaner, especially considering they had a bulldog, but that's the most that they could get, and that's not bad. Yeah, and you'll see good damage, especially you see 115 on Sova. That's a rebuy from his shield, especially from Jet and Sova, and possibly more damage towards other enemy teammates. Yeah, you'll see that Optimal's getting ready to throw a dart.
Maybe pushing on mid, let's
It's
go.
gonna be a really fast take. Wow,
oh,
that
caught
and
early
Jet's
by
just,
the outlaw.
yeah, Jet has really nice shots, especially on Annex there. That's gonna be early death, and that's gonna put UNH in a tough spot there. Yeah, it seems like everything just slowed down there, and UNH don't really know what to do. You'll see.
Seems
them
Robert
trying
Morris
to-
has finally started taking more space against UNH's aggressive playstyle. They might have found an answer here early.
Yeah, and you'll see that UNH is actually just walking up towards here. Yeah, they're trying to hit this again, and they're actually successful. Yeah, they get the plant down and everything. This is gonna, again, they just have to hold on to the space, which is something that they struggled with last map. They definitely struggled with holding on to this space that they had before. And yeah, you'll see that Robert Morris just sets up for this post plant. Yeah, just a lot of util just going out on this site right now. You'll see both breaches trading out aftershocks. Yeah, and it's just the flood.
Quickly turns, yeah, quickly went
Yeah,
to a
dude. Yeah, these retakes, especially from Robert Morris on their defense, they look amazing on their retakes, and that's something that you even saw like in the previous rounds on Sunset. Their retakes were, coordinated, and they got rounds cleanly, but that's something that UNH has to figure out how to counter. They know that Robert Morris has these insane retakes and these coordinated retakes. So UNH have to figure out what to do. It seems like they're going to be forcing this round, and actually Bean's going to be buying a judge as per usual, but we'll see how this goes. It
UNH.
seems
They
like,
don't struggle to get on the site, but they can't hold it.
yeah, and that's something that they definitely have to fix here if they want to get this round here, especially with all four towards Vandals. Yeah, NX is just going to be running on the site.
Scale up Azina, scale up Azina.
120,
Yeah, and you'll
backside,
see that
backside.
this is actually a lot of struggle here. My gosh, they just got demolished.
They just
Yeah,
couldn't
and
get out of the
leaving Gavarone in the
bomb.
1v5. This is, yeah, I don't know how much you can really do for this. Spikes down in the
Yeah.
middle of sight, and yeah, not much you could really do. They're just holding it. Yeah, he's gonna get that
That's one pick.
little pick.
Could pick off Omen easily. Omen's only one shot. Still possible. Very possible.
Yeah, and he sees. I think that's an arm. Yeah,
It's jump peaks.
yeah. Robin Morris is just playing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's devastating. That was a really devastating hit from UNH. I think they just let. Yeah, they really let Robert Morris just get that util out, and that was a really devastating hit. They have to be careful, especially you saw the combo that they had with the paranoias and the swings, and that really just shut them down completely. Yeah, and actually, the Cypher on the enemy team is just absolutely having a game right now, 10-0 compared to the rest of their teammates. Yeah, 3 kills to the next player.
That was their Raze last game, and they struggled pretty heavily on Raze. But now that they're on Cypher, it just seems like a whole new person's playing. Early plant once again. Now the whole thing is that they can hold it. The areas might be the key to this. So that way they can spray it and nobody can sit on it.
Yeah, and look, you see that they changed up the way that they hit this B site. Couple towards insight. They might actually, I think I'm pretty sure they're fighting towards site here.
One
Yeah,
kill
see
from
Mamba
Garage,
throwing a
Omen
flash
pushing out,
towards
gets taken down.
That's a 4v3 for UNH.
4v2 now. They know where the Omen's at, or towards. Neon Alt comes out. See, sprinting all around the map trying to find somebody else.
Yeah, and Spike is low. Yeah, Spike can't even be defused by Robert Morris. And they're just going to chase this Cypher down.
Beautiful save round.
I mean, that is a thrifty from UNH. And that's a really good round to get this thrifty on. Especially considering Robert Morris was building up their economy and it was going to get devastating. The least that they could do is just get this thrifty. And if they get this round here, I'm pretty sure Robert Morris, are going to be in a bad spot, especially economically speaking.
They've already got a few that are hurting on economy over there. UNH needs to take the momentum from that one win and just carry it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'll see actually Cypher, I think, still running on a dry 9,000 credits. But other than that, the rest of the team doesn't seem to have much going for them.
Smoking heaven now.
Yeah, and this just looks like a fast hit. Yeah, fast lane coming up. Clear towards short, and that's just
Beautiful.
Push.
UNH should be following up on this breach stun over here. Yeah, they get the pick on breach. Yeah, Sova's down. That's another 4v2 right there.
UNH finally finding their footing.
Beautiful side take from UNH, and you could see that that pinch on sewer is really nice from UNH.
Now they just have to hold back on that Robert Morris takeover.
Robert Morris doing an interesting smoke. See if they flood out, and that's just going to be a 4v1. Yeah, Mamba with the flank there.
Can't discount it yet. Their Cypher is nope. There we go.
Yeah, that's that momentum we're talking about. You see that, all it takes is one round to change the trajectory of this game, and you could tell that UNH definitely picked something back up.
And once they got their footing, they finally figured out, where Robert Morris is struggling at, how to defend their brushes and whatnot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be another 8 hit here. Might just be another fast hit, considering it was last time. Yeah, it's just another fast hit. Actually, Gaveron's going to be setting up a little bit towards the... Putting this cam towards mid. Yeah, Optimal's going to be
Seems
getting
they
this
slowed down a little
clear.
bit this time.
Yeah. Maybe they...
They didn't quite
met
take
something,
A.
yeah. But it's some really good presence towards A here. I think this gives Gaveron the opportunity to just walk up, see if he gets a pick. Sees nothing towards garage. Might just be walking up here onto B site. They were shutting down these lurks on Gaveron actually last map, and yeah, he actually sees that Cypher chip here. He might actually just back up on that, or either that or he breaks it. Yeah, and that's actually really good pressure. You'll see that actually Mamba throws out the breach ult to take this C site, and yeah, Gaveron getting these trips down, which is really important.
Quick trade on that C side takeover.
They see two towards
Spot
garage. Yeah, you just have Optimal play back for this post plant. Yeah, this is really post plant heavy considering that Optimal has his ult, and as long as they stall out this time, you even see that is devastating. That is devastating for Mamba. 3v2. Yeah, he's just gonna be ripping that ult early. Yeah, Bean has to just hold it out for him. Yeah, and Spike's not even like halved yet.
Still pretty close here. And there we go.
Yeah, that's another round win for UNH. That's amazing. Pretty sure Bean dies there.
Oh, well. It seems UNH got their footing and just started running.
Yeah, and you'll see that Robert Morris, I'm pretty sure they're on their last buy here. You'll see that they're on like around the 58 to 4,000 credit mark, and if they don't win this round, they're gonna be broke for next round. That could be a 5th round win for UNH for next round if they lose.
I mean, if UNH gets 5 rounds, Robert Morris should consider a timeout, try and slow the game down, quench some of that momentum that UNH is steadily building.
Yeah, and you'll see that again. This is just another B hit. Yeah, this is just wow.
Got the Odin too and the Neon.
Who's
Be
running the
difficult
Odin?
for a retake.
Yeah, of course. That's a neon Odin. Why not? Just give it a shot, you know?
I'm not gonna peek. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Good pick, good damage by that Odin, but the wall bang coming in.
I'll ping bomb.
Actually,
Sova ult
I think
actually gets
Silva
popped off.
Yeah.
Top of the box.
They smoked it. They smoked
Trying to
it.
take that clear edge, and
Nothing.
actually,
Upper dead, upper dead.
pretty sure Robert Morris is on the bomb there, no?
Here's where the Odin shines right there, trying to clear anybody off the bomb.
No one on
Quickly turns into but they
Yeah,
got the
and
defuse off.
Back on.
yeah, Robert Morris just getting that defuse off. And it's just happened twice already for UNH, just getting that bomb down front say and letting Robert Morris kind of just take the bomb down. You'll see that even though you have an Odin on Neon, it might not be the best decision to plant there again. And considering that Robert Morris has a plan for taking sites like that, I mean, could be difficult. You'll see that UNH is again down by 2 rounds, and it's not a huge deficit, but it's definitely something that UNH should be considering. And you'll see that they're kind of like faking this presence towards it. I guess not as much util being put towards taking the initial take.
When TP comes out, but 2 go down on A. Fast push up.
Oh, and they actually spot the Omen TP even though he's paranoid. Yeah, and that's just gonna be a
Absolutely
4v1. That's amazing.
washing
take from
through
UNH
their
again.
whole site.
Yeah, you'll see Bean, yeah, just getting this last pick. Yeah, nice cleanup from UNH. Nice
Good way to
cleanup.
win the round after a heavy loss like that.
Yeah, and you'll see, look, yeah, Robert Morris's economy right now is in shambles. And if Robert Morris wants to make, I mean, they definitely have to save this round and probably give up this round for UNH, making it a 5-5. But Robert Morris is no stranger to thrifties, and UNH have to be careful for that.
We've seen how UNH can handle once they start getting a couple wins and momentum going. Robert Morris has to be careful of that.
Yeah, and you'll see the easy trade and
Early
actually
trade
good
on
pick.
B. Takes down the top frag for Robert Morris.
Yeah. Pretty sure both top frags getting traded out there. And you'll see that UNH is actually walking up towards A site here, taking this contact. Yeah, it's just a beautiful site take, actually. No noise, no nothing. Yeah, you'll see Bean here stuck up on Heaven, just holding the space that he has for his team. It's really pivotal, especially considering that they're in a 3v4 right now. Yeah.
Also there. They know I'm hell.
Actually, he's getting traded out, which is not favorable for UNH, but
Has a phantom.
yeah, and that's
Oh,
just
I
gonna
think
be
they
a
might get
1v3.
thrifted here.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, and that was a thrifty
I think she just gotten out. Like,
from Robert Morris, I believe.
Yeah, here they're a little long, I think.
Yeah,
Kevin, I don't think
that's devastating for UNH.
Yeah, I
That
know.
wasn't me.
And again, I think UNH just really have to be careful, especially on their own save runs. Robert Morris, whenever they're on saves, they just have this willpower to get these thrifties, and I'm pretty sure they've gotten 3 in the series so far, which is something that UNH should really watch out for, especially when Robert Morris are on saves. Not to give them these guns, not to overextend, and to really play it smart out here, because again, Robert Morris is not a they definitely have a lot of promise here.
Yeah, a lot of the times whenever Robert Morris's save rounds, they get real aggressive and backfire them every time so far. Garage C split push by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'm
One
pretty
way
sure it
seems to
might
cut
be a
him off
C-split,
from
yeah.
walking up long.
They definitely have an idea of where this omen might be, considering that one way is a little bit
Molting.
biased, I would say. Yeah, they're probably gonna get the stun on him, flash him out. Yeah, they're definitely
Silvador gave
taking
plenty of
damage on him,
intel.
and Paranoia is gonna come out. Yeah, actually, that's a
Quickly
4v2
turn into a
for
4v2.
yeah. That's just a
And
round
a
win.
quick win for UNH.
Wow, they didn't even get the plan down yet. They already got that win. That's amazing from UNH. Yeah, and you'll see like Robert Morris's economy right now. It's like really split. You'll see two of them not. Cypher's not able to buy. Breach is. I don't know. He can't even muster anything up, and I mean the other two can full buy, but I guess they all have to buy what they can. And again, this is kind of more like it's like half full buy, half save, whatever. But this last round
Might see another.
is gonna be interesting. Could be
Yeah, it might be
6-6
another
like the previous.
6-6.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see Optimal droning out towards C long. Spots the Omen actually, which is really good info. Might just try to shock people
Really
out. They could
garage
be holding the
push here.
crossfire here. Yeah, you'll see Anix posted up towards Garage, which is really nice, grabbing that space. Considering Robin Morris don't really fight for Garage too much like that. So making that pressure towards there might be a really good answer to UNH's questions.
Seems Annex slid back out of garage, trying to push up towards B. A lot slower round than what we're used to seeing from UNH. Full walk rotate from C to A. Annex still sticking around, being a thorn in Robert Morris' side here.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see the stunts come on. I'm pretty sure she just stunned her stuff.
Like,
Yeah, she just keeps creating this pressure
just,
towards A. Yeah, and look, you'll see that UNH is just taking a Cypher free. Yeah,
yeah, they
I'm
threw
pretty
some
sure
smoke
Robert
all
Morris
over
just
at
fell for
C.
that bait. UNH actually have to be really careful, especially considering that Breach has the ult and they don't.
Play up on site.
They can't really be playing up too
Sova
far.
ult.
Yeah,
That Sova ult for UNH might be the difference maker here.
Just chill.
yeah, and that Breach ult's
Breach
gonna
ult
come on.
comes
Actually,
out,
gonna
caught
stun
Annex.
Annex.
Out,
80 on breach. Oh, I got
I'm pretty sure that's a slipper from Annex there. So I don't think she meant to get stunned there. That's gonna be a 2v4. Yeah, and Optimal. Actually, Optimal gets the stun kill there.
1v2, but I don't know if you can get to bomb in time to stop him from
Yeah,
Nope.
it's just stuck. That's gonna be a round win from Robert Morris. That's gonna be a 5-7 half actually.
It might be
Breach
towards
is
garage.
close left. Thomas.
Spike down, C.
Revealing area.
Oh, actually, we're back on.
Goodbye,
Bit of a
UNH walked out with the pistol round early.
yeah.
Where will they go this time?
Go, go, go!
Looks like the stream finally caught back up with itself.
Yep. Yep, seems like a little more catching up to do.
Scanning ahead.
Yep, there we go. We're back on. Getting that early information. You see that Robert. I'm pretty sure Robert Morris tried to dart towards A
I'm
there,
going
but
towards C.
didn't really work out.
Really careful.
Aggressive push early by the Neon there.
Good mid window.
They-
Yeah,
That's
Annex
where
with the
UNH
ghost
seems to
just holding.
thrive.
They
Their
love this
defense
aggressive
seems to
phase.
be super aggressive, take as much space as possible. Robert Morris couldn't answer that in the last game, so we'll see if they can do it this time.
Yeah, you'll see that Robert Morris is actually like huddled towards mid here. Unsure about really what to do. And yeah, Annex gets picked. It's here. She gets traded out. UNH have to be careful here. I think they're swinging out a little bit too much here. Yeah, Bean's just sitting garage with a judge. This is just the perfect position for him. Yeah, why don't you just let him come in, huh? Probably what he's saying to them. Just let him come in.
Seems Robert Morris might be split pushing on A here.
Could be, yeah. Yeah, you'll see that Breach just actually walked up to here.
Seems that Optimal's trying to hold down the fort, doing so successfully as is.
Yeah, clean round win from UNH. Really good compared to
Remember, bullets hurt.
a lot of the anti-ecos that they've gone through. And that's 3 pistol rounds already for UNH that they've won. And yeah, they've already tied up the game. And
There.
this is really good for UNH. And you'll see, actually, they're swapping their setup pretty well. I think that, yeah, you'll see that this might be a really aggressive take towards C.
Robert Morris has to be very careful here. If they pull this off, I don't know if they're going to be able to stop the momentum that UNH will get off of it.
Oh, what are we, genies? Oh my gosh, wait. Yeah, NX, wow. Wait, I think they got, did they get that Sova?
Yeah. NX pulls it off, kills the
yeah,
solo. There goes a lot of the intel for Robert Morris.
Actually, I'm pretty sure, yeah, pretty sure Bean falls there, actually. I don't know where he fell from, but he seems like they got a pick on him.
Feels like he fell down C long.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, he was with Annex there. UNH kind of taking it, slowing it down, letting Cypher, hold these trips. It seems like the Robert Morris want to hit this A site, yeah, and they're just letting him take it. Annex actually swinging out for playing hero here. Mamba actually falls, and so does Annex.
Silvadart nearly got somebody, but
yeah, Robert Morris trying not to really give these guns away, or Optima might be able to clear this person out. I'm pretty sure there was one towards
beautiful
that
drop.
lobby. There's Optimal 1v3. Oh, that breach setup. Wow. Oh, that could have been a Colette there, honestly. I think if it wasn't stunned.
Yep. Might have very well been. They both swing out at the same time and lined up super well. Dangerous by Robert Morris there.
That was actually a really good bonus, considering that I don't think
Right here.
UNH really invested into that bonus at all. So they're going into this round with Vandals and all the stuff that they need, especially considering that Robin Morris might have to reforce by.
Revealing area.
Yeah, Nex is actually just walking up towards this A side, trying to see if she can find something. As your typical Neon does.
Shock dart.
All the util from UNH coming to support Annex too. You can just see that team cohesion.
Yeah, you actually see that Optimal just tanks his dart for Neon, and yeah, that's just a beautiful pick. Yeah. Actually, they're so
Bucky trade.
yeah, look at that Bucky trade right there. That's something you would see in like your average ranked games, but hey, if it works, it works.
See if Robert Morris can try and salvage this round after Annex's surprisingly effective play there.
Yeah, Optimal is just going to be holding his space, and you'll see that Mamba actually holds his space pretty well. on B, and yeah, Util's gonna be thrown out towards B. It might just be a B hit. Yeah, getting these rotates in. You see a paranoia come through from Robert Morris. Bean's actually gonna get this pick, and that's actually really good for UNH, considering it's a 4v2 right now. And they've been pretty well with these advantages, not really letting Robert Morris get these aggressive picks. Yeah, Mama gets that final kill, and that's the round there for UNH. Yeah, it's just clean from UNH, especially considering that it looked a little bit confusing at the beginning, but yeah, tying it up again at 8-8, really good spot for UNH to just, I think, take this out. Yeah, I see, and Robert Morris is actually gonna be taking a timeout this time, and I think that's a timeout that's really needed, especially considering that this whole series they've been a little bit confused, a little bit lost about what to do, and stopping the momentum here for UNH is good for them, especially to, you know, collect everything together and just maybe think about what to do.
Yeah, they'll have to identify those fast and heavy pushes by Annex, because every time they fail to do so, it comes out in a 4v3 or a 5v3 even. Annex has just been poking holes in their comp, and they've been losing Sova early, which just kills their intel, makes it a lot much harder to push on the A site.
Yeah, we'll see just Squirty finish out this timeout here.
This goes here.
Yeah, and you'll see a setup swap again. I'm pretty sure Cypher was playing A site last time.
Camera taken out.
Seems Annex did try that same trick twice on that fast A push.
They found my wire.
Yeah, not much from Robert Morris. I mean, they took this pause here, but I feel like they're not really. Actually, yeah, they're kind of taking the space towards C, even though most of UNH is already over here. Yeah, and you'll see that Utah's
Sova
being
ult
thrown
coming
left and
out.
right. Yeah, Sova. Yeah, and you'll
Catches
see.
one with
Yeah,
it.
I know
yeah, Bean getting picked off in garage. That might be devastating. But considering that
Quickly
they've kind
turns
of just
into a
flushed
4v1.
him out. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Annex
Annex with
again,
that
just
neon ult.
yeah, that's a lot from Annex right there, and yeah, and you'll see that UNH picking up the pace again, and Robin Morris, even though it took that timeout, didn't really get the chance to capitalize off that timeout, and
In that case, give me this and you one
you'll see that UNH is kind of just picking up the speed again, and
Overbought me.
the second half speed. That was
I got
it's a really good pickup.
3 shields and a guardian.
Honestly, I mean, we saw it last game. We might see it this game too. You know, UNH
Playing for an ult
really
player,
getting
I
it in
know
this
when
defense
I'll
half.
Hey,
Yeah,
Blood,
breach
like-
See
flash
the
coming in towards
differences.
the mid.
Something wrong.
Yeah, and you'll actually see Robert Morris actually getting aggressive
Chill,
this
I'm
time.
flanking, I'm flanking, chill.
We're going.
2 mid, 2 A, 2 mid.
Yeah, there's that.
What
that
a
this might
shot.
not be stopped. Yeah,
I'm gonna
not
have
much to
fight
really
for
stop that, I
I'm just
suppose.
listening. I'm just listening. They're smoking. Cypher cam.
You got aim goddess
You
on
can
the
see
other
the
side. With,
differences on the
They're darting as well.
leaderboards here. UNH's kills are pretty evenly chopped
yeah,
out, and
even
then
yeah, even
Outside.
spread
Robert
apart.
Morris
It's
has
like 2
one
health.
person in the double digits so far.
This will be helpful for our flank.
I can stun hell when you're ready to. When we're ready to take.
Oh, Annex
Hell
actually
flank
getting the
that trip.
jump on that. Wait, pretty sure
There's one.
Sova noticed. Yeah,
Flashing graffiti. Watch out.
yeah, and just getting picked out there.
Go fast.
Just the aggressive flank by Annex.
5 on default.
Actually getting picked off by Cypher there. Doesn't know that there's two actually. Pretty sure they have an idea of where this Omen is, and
Paranoia barely misses,
And
but
wow.
still.
yeah, Unluck getting the clutch there on to save Robert Morris. It was looking really good, and up until that last moment, I think UNH kind of just fell there. It was two great flanks, especially from from Annex and from Gaviron, but I think they just failed to kind of close that last moment out. And at the end of the day, it's all down to this last wire. And it seems like UNH have to kind of just half by here, not really trying their best to not let these rounds go up. Yeah, and early Omen ult here might be a C hit.
Judge
and
might come into play here. Oh, biggest hit from behind through the smoke.
Trying to be a little flashy there, but it is 2v4. It's nothing that. Yeah, they can get a couple kills here and there, maybe. Maybe they might secure a round. Who knows? Oh.
Deploying drone.
Both players actually pretty low though, and yeah, you'll see that Omen's running back. I'm pretty sure they probably have a nice little post plant setup going right now, and see how UNH kind of take this. They definitely look like they want to take this, even though creds are low. Yeah, it doesn't look like a really favorable situation, but yeah, that one way coming out.
Last player standing.
Yeah, not really favorable for UNH, but they definitely took 2 guns off, and that's the best they could do there. Hey, not much you could really do, especially in that situation where they're in some really good post plants, and you'll see that again. I'm pretty sure it might be the same setup that we've been seeing for the past couple rounds, having beamed either towards Garage or for C. And again, I'm pretty sure this is like the millionth time that Beans bought a shotgun, but hey, I mean, it's been getting his worth. We'll see what they got cooking
Credit
this
to
round.
UNH. They've been keeping it incredibly close. Started off with what 0-4 in the rounds, and then they bring it up to a 9-10 late.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be an A side hit for Robert Morris. I think Gaviron kind of just swung out and got a pick there. Bean still has
Quickly turn.
Paranoia and a Bucky. Might try to do something here. He could definitely. I think he could make that TP, especially from here. Nah, that Bucky kill. Oh. Actually, it's looking a little dangerous for UNH. 9 to 11.
Alright.
Definitely got to think of something here. And
Call a timeout, you think?
I don't know,
As
maybe Speed Rush
partially
should call a
the last
timeout,
round.
or
We're just, I don't know. We're
definitely a little timeout
We can
to
stop the momentum real quick and just pause
stop
it.
the bleeding here.
next round.
We're just like
Would be perfect, but it seems like I think maybe Speed Rush doesn't think so.
You don't
No,
need
no,
dark
no,
or-
no, dark, dark, dark,
No
dark.
smoke
Come
either?
No,
No
no,
stun?
do everything.
If they pull this off, there's a
A lobby.
good chance that this goes to overtime, but
Yes, yes.
this might be the decisive round here.
I'm blind.
Oh yeah, and
3.
Annex getting picked off early there with that stun.
Nice. Nice get off.
But
Can you give me
Optimal
a
getting that
smoke
trade
here?
out onto Jet,
I'm sorry.
which is
Oh,
really
is that
pivotal.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see that. Yeah, you'll see the rotations over onto A site. Mamba just spotting long, and again, Optimal just holding short with the smoke. And this is the problem with Haven, though. I feel like it's really hard to kind of spread out, especially even with 5 players. It's really hard to spread out. So, for a 4v4, you can kind of see why it is almost a disadvantage for UNH. But you'll see that they've been making presence towards Garage and stuff, which is really nice.
Be careful of an over rotation.
Camera taken out.
Very round slowed down a whole lot once the duelist left the board here.
Seconds left.
Yeah, and you'll see there's like 26 seconds left on the clock. Not much Robert Moore's gonna do. And actually, Gavin gets picked off there. Seems like an A hit though towards A. And actually,
Goes down.
UNH invested an ult there, and actually
Let's
Optimal
go
gets
with a
3,
quick
and
double.
they knew that Cypher was towards mid. Yeah, and that's 12th
Oh,
round for Robert Morrison. Bean actually got the half there, but it seems like couldn't really get the Yeah, see, and Optimus is gonna be calling that timeout, and they definitely need to consider what they're doing here and recuperate a little bit. They
It's
were
gonna
looking
be a
really,
tough round for them.
yeah. They have to get these three just to make it to overtime, and they have to pull these rounds out. And considering that their bye this round isn't looking too great, this could be devastating for them. But we see Optimal with ult. We have Cypher ult as well. If we get a pick, that's an early pick, and that's good information there. And they could definitely work with this. And they're definitely not out of it, but they've definitely got to put a lot of work into it, especially for these 3 rounds. And if they don't, it could be really hard for them to pull it out.
I'm pretty sure Robert Morris's economy is healthy enough that they can buy for 3 rounds if they have to. So
Yeah.
UNH is gonna have to tooth and nail it all the way back to make it a 12-12 game.
Yeah, and it's going to be really rough for them. Yeah, and you'll see that the only Vandal being bought is actually on Optimal, and everyone else either Spectres, Guardians, or Bulldogs. Yeah, with Annex on. Seems like though they definitely do want to do something towards A here. You see Mamba holding out a stun and Annex towards short.
Okay, on the cam, if this
Definitely
doesn't
seems
walk
like they
down.
want to
I mean,
get an early pick or something.
if Annex gets an early pick, we know she can be good with that Neon ult.
You shotgun? They
I
stun.
think it's just fast C.
That could be a game changer. Sova all coming out early.
Yeah, they're re-smoked. They're ulting as well.
Yeah, Annex hitting this ult orb here. This is really, really interesting.
Watch for you, Gavin. Watch out.
Bean's actually going to be getting picked off, and so is Gavaron towards C side. Yeah,
I only have one flash and after
the slow buy, and I don't know.
one flash after.
I have 4 util.
See if Annex can work with this Neon ult. Might be a game changer here.
Watch out
He's in your
backside.
spawn.
After shock, Cubby.
They're main.
Yeah, it seems like. Yeah,
Oh, the Jet just absolutely.
Good try.
yeah, and that's game. Robert
Quick
Morris up.
1-1 here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 1-1 for tie up the series, and it's gonna be decider here. Robert Moore is really pulling it out those last couple of rounds to seal away the map, and I mean, it looked like it was in UNH's hands this whole time, but they really Robert Morris really showed something those last couple of rounds, and UNH didn't really know what to do against that.
It seems like Robert Morris just started playing a lot more solid, weren't
Yeah.
dying to the over-aggressive plays as much.
Definitely figured out what UNH were doing that entire round, and definitely countered it. And I mean, definitely not out for either of these teams. Now you can't really tell like who's gonna win, who's not gonna win. Like it's kind of like a gamble right now. And I mean, going into this third map, see what we can do. See what either UNH or what Robin Morris can do, and either team can really walk away with this win right now. And I think both teams have been showing a lot of different things and a lot of promise on both sides. And Annex has been. I mean, regardless of the loss or the win, she's looking really well, especially. And actually, the Jet and I think Miyamoto, she wasn't really. The Jet really wasn't showing much on. I think on Sunset, but pulls out the Jet and just goes crazy.
Yeah,
Especially saw
last
I
round
think on that.
especially.
Yeah, that last round really showed a lot.
Thing is, if UNH just gets a few rounds early and doesn't give Robert Morris a chance to get a good economy going, they might be able to pull this out, but it's anyone's game. It's 50-50 either way.
Yeah.
It seems UNH will be defenders this time. First round. Map hasn't been selected quite yet.
should be able to catch them in plenty of util if we time it right. I think our timing was unfortunately off there on Haven.
Carlos, you gotta change the map.
Seems like the cider map's gonna be bind here.
Yeah, heading into bind. I mean, I think this comp could be anything. I feel like the bind has always been one of those maps where it's just like you could really pull anything out of the bag and might get a win out of that.
Might see Annex on Raze again.
I mean, you can
Not
see
too sure though, because
from what I've heard, Mr. Bean K has been used Yoru before, so we'll see.
that'll be interesting. There's already enough TPs on bind. That'll be fun to watch.
But it does seem like Annex is just going to be running that race. And, typical, okay, double initiator. You have Sky, Gecko, and Viper, Brim, and Raze. Okay. Not a...
Pretty usual bind
I would say
matchup
a
here.
pretty standard matchup, I would say.
Kind of surprised if we don't see a breach in either team, because that breach ult can be really good for clearing. And again, the Viper ult's deadly in a post-plan scenario.
Talk through one.
That means
That's what
Talk
that
through
was.
showers.
I think it's in that box.
Do we?
Seems UNH isn't going to run a Sentinel this time. No Cypher, no Sage.
Yeah, you're actually going to see Gavrone being swapped off of that Cypher role and being put on that Gecko. And again, this is like what I said. I mean, I'm pretty sure most players like on this team could flex really well, and I think they could definitely pull this off here, especially on bind. Yeah, and you'll see that Robin Moore is just pulling out the other standard comp with the Cypher instead of the Gecko. And yeah, we're gonna see Goth Girl again back on that Raze, and Miyasato's actually just gonna be taken off. I'm pretty sure they probably swap between that Raze and that Jet just to kind of spice it up, not to put too much pressure, I suppose.
Gothgirl didn't do too great on Sunset with Raze, so it'll be interesting to see if they can pick it up against Annex, because that Sunset map, Annex, what, 30-something kills?
Yeah, that Annex Raze goes crazy. I think that
I mean, if
I think
Annex
that
does that again, it'll just be
yeah, if that's another 30. Hey, that's another 30 bomb in the bag, honestly. If you think about it.
such on a map like Bind, where it's
Yeah, Raze is so important,
Annex
especially
might
on bind.
Annex has another crazy game like that. It just might Morris might just be out of luck. They couldn't really answer for Annex aggressive plays on Raze if they don't have it this time. Seems the Sky Dogs running around on B-Long. Early pick over by the bathrooms.
Reloading.
Yeah, I don't even think. Yeah, Gavron didn't even use his flash. I think Annex just kind of just swung out of that. Yeah, it's gonna be holding the space. Yeah, Bean's just gonna be holding the space. Is he holding it with a shotgun? I don't know. He's holding it with a
I believe
classic,
he's
and he gets
oh,
picked off.
Timing my smoke.
I think it was just really bad timing there. You could see that like the moment he pulled his gun out, he
yeah.
started taking damage.
I think
No committed rotations yet. Annex seems like she's heading over there now.
I think they're exploding. They're smoking here.
Okay.
They flash. Got nothing. Yeah. Yeah. They're out.
Okay.
Backing up then.
One more
Nice.
out. Flash. Wait.
He's on default.
Yeah, Optimal with the 2 picks. This is really good.
Flashing.
Oh,
Flashing.
Annex getting
Poor
caught out.
timing by the Annex.
What the fuck?
There's Sky actually getting 3 picks there. Oh, gonna whiff
See if
from
Mama can
Gavin.
clutch it up here. The beautiful
Yeah, and
flash
Mama's
to
gonna
clutch up
get that
pistol.
pick. Yeah, that's gonna be a pistol again for UNH, and seems like they know what they're doing. Honestly, When it comes to these pistols, they're pretty unstoppable except for that one round. But even then, I mean, I feel like it's looking really well for UNH. Yeah, typical
I
buy.
just gotta see if they can keep on to their weapons, you know, not get
Yeah.
thrifty, make sure nobody takes too much damage or goes out.
Yeah, I think you'll see it. I think Annex is pulling out either Annex. I think Annex is pulling out a outlaw here. Yeah, posted up
We
towards.
saw Annex Ace with that before, so
Yeah, UNH catching nothing towards Garage here, and so Gavron's just gonna be walking up, just taking his little sweet time just to hold it. Not too much. You'll see Annex towards U-Haul, just only holding it. And I'm pretty sure there was noise towards. There might have been noise towards.
there was an early
Garage.
pick somewhere I missed out on. I didn't see what that pick happened to.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see that Raptor Morris. I think they're just trying to huddle up towards A short here, maybe try to get a pick or something. Definitely need to get a pick just to trade out the. Pretty sure it was the brim here that died. Yeah.
Yeah, Annex still holding on to U-Haul pretty tightly.
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
Cypher Cam spotted in hookah.
Nobody really want to run to the outlaw, don't they?
Not after
I
we see two
definitely.
with sunset on it.
Yeah, not if I mean if I was Robert Morris right now, I would not want to be swinging into that outlaw, especially considering what she did with that.
Even then, it's not much a better option if you have to swing out on the Mamba with the Bulldog there.
Oh yeah, Mamba with this bulldog go crazy. I don't know if you ever seen that before.
12 seconds left. Gonna be a fast rush on the B out of guarded.
Yeah, not much.
UNH
Yeah, not
just
much they can really do.
absolutely
Yeah,
cleans it up.
good cleanup from UNH there. It's gonna be second round especially.
Good flawless, kept all their weapons. No thrifty coming from Robert Morris this time.
Yeah, just gonna keep the setup going. Nice little Viper wall towards shower. Typical Viper wall that you always see. So not much is really
Or
changing.
stacking.
Although you do see a 4-stack towards long, so they're definitely gonna fight that for sure.
Might be just rushing. Yeah, it looks like they're rushing down long, leaving Annex to hold A.
I mean, NX got that outlaw. Oh, and they broke it.
Quick trade.
Nice little
3v3.
2 for 2.
Quickly.
It's gonna be a 3v3 versus for Robert Morris. Bean's
Spot
taking
two
some
more going
damage,
towards
but
Nuka.
yeah. Mamba just gets the heals down. Yeah. Regroup. Let the space just be there, and pretty sure they hear them towards Hookah. Yeah, that's probably why Bean smoked it off.
Good start already to the save round. Knock out 2 rifles early.
Yeah.
Annex goes down.
Yeah, and you'll see that the Vipers posted up towards U-Haul. They probably have some positions already. I think, yeah, UNH kind of already let these positions be settled, and they kind of just got to clear it out here. Yeah, that just lets the Viper get the 2 pick there, and that's going to be the round for you, Robert. But, I mean, hey, 2 guns, some damage there, I think, that we saw. Not too bad. Not too shabby from UNH for a bonus. And again, not expecting them to get this, of 3-0 there, but good damage. You'll see that, Cypher got picked down to 140, which is considerably good, considering he probably has to buy shield again. And yeah, you'll see that Robin Moore is just sitting on like the 3,000 credit limits and all that stuff. So having to rebuy shields is devastating for them. If they lose this round.
Wait, what? I thought we were doing dog play.
Annex getting aggressive early.
Yep, shit. Dog and be long.
Yeah, you'll actually see that Annex uses the wall to her advantage, and she just takes that space for free.
No trips either to like give Robert Morris any warning that she's walking up behind him.
Nice.
Yeah, and look,
Catches
she's-
one.
Yeah, that's 3 picks. That's 3 down. Last 2 probably towards.
Bomb down as well.
I have bomb. Can we rotate to me? Please, come here.
Yeah.
Might be over for Robert Morris already.
It's gonna be A-lurk. We can't hold everything. Let's just hold bomb.
Just feel like they aren't prepared for whenever Annex gets that ability to easily flank around.
Although it turns into a 2v1 though. Pretty sure.
You have
it's a-
Spike.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know that the brim is on site.
Player standing.
That's a 1v1. It's actually really close.
Go get him.
Yeah, Nex has to be
30
careful
seconds
here.
left. Grenade! Satchel out.
Yeah, you can actually see she's getting pretty aggressive. Brim might be wrapping this long, but again, she just really has to be careful with the space that she's giving to Brim.
Not a whole lot of time either. Gonna force him to act and clutches
Yeah.
it out perfectly.
We gotta be careful.
Yeah.
We gotta make sure we're playing numbers.
That was actually really close for UNH, and they have to be careful about how they're playing out these advantages here. And I think that's the first mistake. I think that's the first time that we've seen a mistake like that happen for UNH. But they're not. They don't really tend to make these advantage mistakes. But I think they definitely need to seal that away just for the rest of the series, because to let that happen again, it could get very close. And again, they're 3-1
Come on,
and
little homies. Let's get it.
in the early game 3-1. This is really good for UNH. So again, I think Annex might be just walking up shower again, and you'll see again like this just this walk up from UNH. And I think Annex got the pick there.
Enemy spotted A.
Yeah, and that's
Just
two
perfect
picks.
cohesion.
Yeah,
They set up
Free orb.
everything just for Annex.
yeah. Grab that orb. Why not?
Get him, wingman.
Yeah, and you'll see that they're actually trying to hit A here. Pretty sure Robin Morris is still trying to plant. Not
Spike
entirely
down
sure.
A.
Might have been knocked. Oh, there's another one. 5v2.
Satchel out. One enemy
Although
remaining.
Bean has some interesting smokes going for his team here. You can see he smoked off the other end of U-Haul as well. So that's gonna be a round win for UNH. That's gonna be 4-1, and Robin Morris are gonna be up back on a full buy again, and we'll see what they have. But looking really good for UNH, getting this early lead as they should be. Yeah, we didn't see that the last two maps. First map on Sunset was a little struggle there. Second map, they were down 0-4. And this early lead is really good for them to kind of capitalize off of that and just run off with it.
Yeah, Robert Morris has to be careful here, because if UNH walks out with this round, they're back to a save, and this is monster mental lead that UNH is building right now.
Yeah, you can actually see that Optimal gets picked off towards, I think, short. They kind of punish this walk up that UNH have been doing this whole time, and you'll actually see that Robin Morris tend to. Was that Viper ult down? Yeah, the Viper ult's down. Viper's dead.
Spike
Three
They
v
just got
three
tagged
here.
up to the smoke. Sky all comes out. You all
Actually, Bean's gonna get the shorty kill. Okay. Yeah, and they just know that the last two are there. I mean, it's all about just holding it down.
still going with that shorty. He's ready.
Oh, Bean is ready with that shorty, and they know that they're both there. And Annex can just stick that easy round win for.
So rough
UNH.
loss, Robert Morris. Their economy's gonna be
Oh,
super
yeah,
low
no.
now.
If you say one of my
Dude, Annex had 10 kills again. Like, she's just doing so well. She's been doing so well this series, and I mean, she does really well, like, regardless, and it's looking really up for UNH. And 5-1 again. Robin Morris on a save. If UNH get this, it's 6-1, and that guarantees them at least half.
Yeah, they just can't come up with an answer to anything UNH is doing. They'll catch one lurking and punish it, but then UNH just rotates over and shuts down their whole push.
Yeah, and you can see that Robin Morris are kind of scared to take the space. You'll see that. Yeah, Gavarone and Annex are just taking the space for free. Look at them. They're already in their spawn, and take the space. Why not? Give it to them.
Yeah, a
They
little
know that
leisurely
Robin
stroll.
Morris. Yeah, just a nice little stroll to the park. Kind of pinch them. Nothing too crazy. Nothing like.
The cyber trips just haven't been in the right spots to catch them on these flanks.
Yeah, and you'll see that.
and
Yeah, and
immediately
that's
just
just
punishing them
a
for that.
mess. That's just a bloodbath going for them right now. And Annex getting the pick again. That's spiked down, and yeah, they know. I'm pretty sure they heard the Raze TP. So long chip for Raze to get back to that spike, and I don't know if she's gonna get that spike anyways.
Yeah, off the save round, that was just
Not a bad idea from Robert, but again, like they really have to be careful about watching that flank. And yeah, this timeout is pivotal. They really have to take this
timeout
timeout.
is needed. They are struggling to come up with a response to anything.
I kind of Sky ult's gonna fuck me up, I think.
Hey, listen.
I mean, you can see
Last
that
time
their
we took a
ideas are
timeout
like
like
not
this, look at their
necessarily
ults there.
bad, and to take the space.
This is gonna
But
be
again, like they
coordinated
fall
and
into this
aggressive.
struggle of
Slam A.
the
wait,
space,
wait.
the
Is he, do you wanna do that
timings,
short push
and
again with
all
the
that stuff. They're
Gecko
just
Brim ult?
they're
Or
they're a
no?
little bit too
Yeah.
slow in the beginning, but then too
Yeah,
fast when they're
fuck it,
trying to
let's
take
do it.
this
Slam A,
exec
Let's do
and
it.
not
Let's do it. If
taking
they're gonna
enough
slam,
space.
they're
And
gonna just run it into us.
that's
Get ready to
really
hold us.
that's really biting them
Okay.
right now in
We just
the
play
butt,
Zay and
because
I B.
if
I'm gonna
you
ult you're on ult to your
if
left.
you just
Just
play
go to the
again
right one.
playing
So
really
focus
slow
on A, okay?
Be
on
smart where you guys
bind
play
can
on B,
sometimes
because
be a
there was
little
a
bit
world
Wait.
where they could hit me with
a little
Brim
bit
ult
a
and
little bit
ult either backside or elbow.
I guess
ulting bot
weird,
in the middle.
considering that
Who's ulting
So we're
where?
the
not
comp that
playing
UNH are running right now is a little bit more
So I think Zay
attacker
play here
than
and hold hookah.
defensive,
Yep, and then
right?
you're
And
also
you
here.
can see
Therefore,
that
Sky ult off rip
UNH are really
And
thriving
Zay,
on
if
this
they flash out,
defense,
you
and
hop
them
back
getting
into
defense on
guard,
this
just play
first
the ult,
half,
okay?
like
Kevin, where are you?
Yeah.
they were
ulting?
doing pretty well on defense
I
on
will ult left.
Sunset,
Okay.
and
And then
they're
you'll
looking
ult
amazing
right?
right now.
Yes. To do the same one as last time, moving the deep one.
Yeah,
And you
Robert
can even
Morris, they just can't deal with the
We're kinda nading right
unpredictability that UNH is coming up with.
If they walk out of the
yeah,
pit
you
wall,
can see.
just
Look at
nading
this.
in a nade.
I think
And you're
UNH
moving,
are
remember,
setting
you're
up for an
smoking after,
aggressive
okay?
play.
Yep.
Nade,
Right side?
Gecko ult,
Yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah, Thrash coming through and a nade coming through on the right.
I got him, go,
It's a really good combo.
And the Brimstone ult as well.
You're on him.
Oh, they couldn't
Actually,
capitalize on it.
Ooh.
Oh my
God,
gosh,
He's
no.
full
Brim's actually
blind,
gonna
dude.
get
Alright, all good,
three
all good, all
there.
good.
35 Brim.
That's actually a really
No one.
that's a
God,
huge
you're
blunder
good.
from UNH.
That's an
I'm
expensive mistake.
Yeah, and you'll see that Mamba has to be careful here because he doesn't know if they pushed up, and
Spike planted.
yeah, he has to take his time. And I mean, you can see on the other team they have 4 ults and they
Last
didn't
player
even like use their ults. Yeah, and Mamba gets picked off here.
UNH popped Brimstone ult, Gecko ult, and Viper ult this round just to get flawless and ace.
Yeah, Brim's gonna get that ace there, and I mean, that's the same one that was on Jet. That's the same.
They have
That's
to make
Miyasato.
sure that
That's Miyasato for you. And hey, I mean, if it works, it
UNH
works.
has to
But
be careful. UNH can't let the momentum swing back into Robert Morris's favor here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
Xena
and
just
this
on
game
this
is
A
really.
round, right?
Charlie,
This
can
game
you
is.
clean off?
Yeah.
I mean, if UNH like don't get this round again, I mean, they won't have an advantage for the next half. And
Just wait for noise.
Definitely don't want to make this a
No, no,
6-6.
No trail.
yeah,
Don't
Optimal has
fuck
actually
up,
been
Today.
fuck up. They're ulting A. Let me break this.
pretty
They're
sure.
mollied off, they're mollied off.
Did Annex get the leg on that? Looked
We're
like a.
gonna
Not
break my
sure. I don't know what saved that cipher, but
Flash, Kevin?
I thought it was a
Looked like
hit.
inaccurate. Yeah, looked like inaccurate on our end.
I broke trip.
They're only expecting one.
Showers, Xena.
Annex just kind of whiffing these shots here.
I'm smoking for showers right now.
Yeah, and they know that she's pushed up into the
I'm gonna
smoke.
smoke you all after once we get closer.
Raise showers, one
Raise the
cypher
showers.
cupping.
Annex kind of
Watch
has
out
to
behind
just
this
grab
wall.
this gun and get a pick here.
Nice. I'm mollying that.
Viper trade.
Yeah, it's gonna be 4v4. I think Annex is fighting the one in shower, and they're kind of just holding it off. They know Raised ult is there and everything, and Brim Molly actually comes
That
through.
Brim lineup,
I know exactly.
they still have Raze ult to work with as well here.
Yeah, they know that Raise is towards. Yeah, and Robert
couldn't get
Morris
the
actually
retake.
really getting that half. Not letting UNH get that half, and that's actually really nice from Robert Morris there. And it was a really chaotic. It was really chaotic up until that last second, but yeah, Robert Morris getting the third round of the half, and again, UNH really need to be careful. I mean, starting off strong is really good, but can't let Robert Morris get these last couple of rounds, and again, that's an equalizer.
If they could bring in any advantage in that second half, it might just be what wins them this decider here.
Optimal with that sentinel spray. Might have to bring out the tens in him or something. Yeah, let's see
Maybe.
what that
Maybe
first
he'll get
pick,
a
yeah. Oh, look at that.
oh,
Early
quick picks.
raise ult. That's 3 for Annex
3K.
actually on this round. I'm pretty sure they heard the plan, everything. Yeah, swinging out. Yeah, yeah,
Beautiful
nice
flash
pick.
there. Oh,
Yeah, that's a beautiful round.
you know, there we go. That's what UNH has to keep this same pressure up on Robert Morris.
I'm
We
pretty
see a
sure that was
little
just a really good read.
9-3 curse.
Again, just a really good read from UNH. You can see that I think 3 of them confidently just walked out of U-Haul, and I mean, if you got the read for that, you got the read for that. But I mean, that's just kind of crazy to me. They just kind of confidently walk out, and I mean, it works. Works out. Annex gets 3 there too, and kind of holds off for the flank. And I mean, you could tell confidence is pretty high on this team. Although Annex does kind of get
catches it.
picked off, yeah. Pretty sure they saw Gav in this position.
Guess not,
Gavin
with a
gets
quick
through.
little 2-piece.
Look at that. And I'm pretty sure he hears the plant and stuff going down, and definitely just has to wait for his teammates to get to just to pull up and help him a little bit. He has flash and everything. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, just flash into this.
That's
and
a little bit of util to work with.
Gonna get that wingman for the pressure.
One enemy remaining.
Wingman's just gonna stick this whole thing. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, look at that.
No, yeah.
That's 8 for UNH.
Those early picks have been some of the biggest game changers in between these rounds.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's gonna be a tech pause from Robert Morris. We see Mama pulling the red panda back out. It's that red
Little
panda of good.
entertainment.
It's a little panda of good luck, honestly. I think UNH have been showing some strong things. I think honestly, it's got to be that panda. I think if that panda wasn't there, I think UNH wouldn't be here right now.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. If you want an MVP, I think it's got to be the panda. Yeah, you can tell.
So this last round, he's out for Robert Morris. Not sure what their economy level's at right now, though.
Pretty sure UNH are chilling with their buy. I'm entirely not sure. Robert Morris, I think, might be on a half buy, but we'll see on this after this tech pass.
Man, I would have brought my Charmander.
Yeah, Spirit's looking pretty high for UNH. I mean, listen,
Bro, we
you get a
need
9-3
Sharks
half on
Sharks,
this,
bro.
on bind on defense.
It is Sharks.
You go into this, do your best on attack. I mean, this comp is really good for attack, and I mean, you could say that the defense for Robert Morris is better considering they have a Cypher. But I think there's just been so many ways that you could counter the Cypher at this point that, like, I think UNH might have an idea. Again, like, this is a team that is new, but has shown a lot of promise and has put time in towards their practices and their scrims and stuff like that. So, you know, definitely something that they've probably been cooking for the past couple of weeks, maybe.
UNH avoiding those Cypher tripwires pretty easily throughout the game.
Yeah.
Annex has had some nice flanks early on. And we'll giving us a little wave there. Teams are back in business. Tech pause over.
Yeah, this last round's gonna be interesting. See what. Yeah, they're gonna
Early double
spot the
kill there.
brim. Yeah, tech pause. They put something in that tech pause. I don't know.
Someone got a little Kool-Aid in them.
Spike planted.
Quickly shut down that bathroom push.
Yeah. Definitely figured out how to counter that. I mean, yeah, it's just devastating for you in H.
Bad too, because Gecko's only one off his ult, and that would have been helpful with this Viper ult that's put down.
Last player standing. One less. My ult. My ult. Seek them out. Found one.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be half. I mean, 8-4, really good half from UNH this game, and going into this second half could they could definitely just grab this momentum again, bring it back, and kind of just ram their way through all of it, honestly. But again, I mean, same goes
Yeah,
for Robert
Robert.
Morris. Robert Morris has had really good defense halves as well, and could definitely see some changes here, either for Robert Morris or for UNH, and it's gonna be interesting going into this half, seeing how both teams play the attack combined.
To see if Robert Morris can win another pistol round or if it'll just become a quick 9-4.
Yeah.
UNH gets these first 2 rounds of this half. It'll be tough for Robert Morris to make a comeback here. UNH just absolutely storming the site, going down to a 4v2 in no time.
Yeah, I mean, UNH has been pretty well in these 4v2s, and not really letting them
Yeah,
pull an advantage from a 2v4, and I mean, it seems like they've got this in the bag. Yeah, 4v2. I don't even think the enemy team has much like util to really work with. Maybe a smoke, maybe a Roomba. Not too sure what Ray's bought, but so you'll see that Bean's getting a little.
very few mistakes from
Oh,
UNH
and
on these
Gothgirl
advantage
actually.
conversions, but now it's getting a little tougher, but the bomb looks like it might just be going off here.
Oh yeah, bombs down. Okay. Little scary, but UNH bring it back. not too shabby. Again, another pistol for UNH, and I mean, if they get the second round, and UNH could kind of run with that. Once you get to 10, it's really easy to just run with it. I mean, we saw it in the first map with UNH, like took that 10 and they ran with it. I mean, even for Robert
UNH should
Morris,
then
like even for Robert Morris, like I mean, they kind of just like
After I dog, I'm gonna dog you.
they just like took that 10 and ran with it as well, and
I'm gonna get up.
Seven
Viper
going
came that
showers.
hookah. I think they're aggressing out hookah, guys.
yeah, you'll see like UNH
UNH
just
has
walking
been
up
doing
there.
well with early advantage conversion. If they get those first few picks,
Yeah,
it's
clearing
hard
the
for
site.
Robert Morris to do anything. Quick plant going down. Probably play the advantage of their weapons here, try to get an early win on the eco. Double
I
kill.
mean, and it's
Okay,
just
well there
oh my
goes everyone.
god, that's there goes the play advantage there. I mean, and it's getting forward with the judge. Not much the enemy
We're
team
trying to
really
feed
do.
her the ace here by the looks of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you gotta feed her the showstopper. I mean,
Oh no,
no
they
ace,
someone else.
but hey,
Flawless.
that's it's 4 in a row, 19 and 10. She's looking great. Two more, what? 2 picks. I don't know, maybe a plant. I don't know what she could do, but I mean, if you get that showstopper on a bonus and use it, I mean, you might have a fair chance of getting 11 here.
Make a quick swap for the Guardian there.
Oh yeah.
Reloading.
Don't give them ground. Time to hunt.
X is making a quick push for hookah. the rest of the team fights for A's here.
I mean, yeah, you'll see like Optimal's already just pushed up with the judge, and I mean, anyone just want to walk. I mean, someone give him a little bit. I mean, he just might walk up here, honestly. Yeah.
Seems they try to force rotates over towards B to take more of A side off of Robert's hands here.
Just wait.
I mean, he's already in heaven. I mean, that's just devastating.
Blinded. Drop.
I mean, he just hits it. Yeah. Yep.
There's one
Look at
more
that.
inside, backside.
Yep, there goes Brim Smokes. That makes it way harder to do a retake now.
Flash or anything?
Nope, nope.
I mean, 3v4 though for UNH. I mean,
Thanks, Wings.
UNH could definitely do something. Yeah, and exiting another one, and although the Rays on the enemy team has been looking pretty well, considering the first map wasn't much to show for. 2v3 for UNH. They could definitely pull this off. They have a Brim lineup coming through, actually. Yeah, they could see the.
Gee.
Yeah, they still got the diffuser.
However, they lost nearly all their weapons or their guns there and have to rebuy armor. So
I mean, I mean, round loss for UNH, but I think like with 4 guns down for Robert Morris, like that's. I mean, that's almost like a loss, you could say, because their economy right now is looking pretty nice. It's looking pretty bad. Yeah.
yeah, no one above 5K credits. It's not good for them. No full buys.
Yeah.
If UNH converts this, they might be able to pull it off with just one more converted round. Brick wall clearing out showers. Didn't seem like he noticed anybody.
Yeah, it seems like UNH is just prepping to split onto this site. You see Bean just getting these Brim Smokes ready. Yeah, and he's popping them. Yeah, Stim's out. Although UNH do have to be careful for trades, and they didn't really clear that. Although, yeah. Bean's gonna get the trade.
Really Molly.
Yeah, you'll see that they don't really want to push that because of considering that Sky has a Bucky. Not much you could. Can't really get too close with that.
Yeah, we've seen the Bucky do some damage on the last map, so.
Oh yeah, the Bucky. Yeah, I mean you had a Bucky and a Judge going crazy on that. Although I think is Robin Moore sticking? Oh yeah, no, they died. Okay. Yeah, they had half on that. That's a little scary there.
Sketchy. UNH pulls it off. The economy for Robert Moore is still not looking the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, their cipher on this 2.3K, so.
Again, 11-5. I mean, this is looking really good for UNH, honestly. Like, again, like we said, like this, all of this. I mean, the cipher can be used really well. I mean, UNH has kind of just been barreling through, kind of just avoiding this B site.
So I haven't seen them run into any setup yet, so they've been doing a good job at just shutting down his utility.
Yeah, and you'll see that Robert Morris is just trying to fight a little bit, and UNH giving them a little bit of a tough time.
Quickly turns into a 4 now, 3v3 now.
Mamba getting that nice little pick onto Brim there. Probably just gonna get down to plant on triple. I don't know if they actually cleared out U-Haul here. It might be one towards there. Yeah, Mamba just getting cleared out after the plant. They do have to be careful here.
Oh, the dog spots him.
I know exactly.
Could have had a real nice player.
Yeah, and Bean with the
What
clutch.
Clutch from Bean.
That is crazy. Yeah, Bean bringing it up to the 12-5. That is absolutely pivotal for UNH right here. And I think UNH kind of just have to capitalize off of this. That was in Robert Morris's hands. They had it, but again, like we said, like it's all slip-ups just for the last second, and it could really it gets dirty the last few seconds into the round. And again, both teams have to be careful with these things, because I mean, if you're not careful, like anything could happen. We've seen it on both sides.
Robert Morris has no economy for this round. Barely anybody over 3K.
Robert Morris is no stranger to 50s though. Again, like we
They've
said,
had a
like
few
they've
eco
had
rounds. That's totally fair.
Hey, that's a 5v3 though, and
Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, with that Viper ult, Robert Morris can make some sort of play here, but Sky ult revealing their positions, it's not looking too great for them.
yeah, it seems like they're getting
Bean
flamed
might have
out
just
there.
won the decider for them with that last clutch.
Yeah. I mean, that's just all morale though. I mean, like if you think about it. Yeah, I mean, it's
You
the
just think about the
4v1 and
sheriff pit, and there it
yeah, that's the
goes.
series.
Time for a protein shake.
Yeah, UNH gonna be pulling out that 2-1 win today, and I mean, again, like I said, really impressive like showing on Bind, and there's a lot that UNH showed today, and I
GG's,
mean, you
guys.
could just tell like both teams put up a great fight, and
GG's.
definitely have to give respect where respect's due. I think Robert Morris really showed like a lot on Haven. I mean, even on Sunset, like they kind of fell off a little bit there, but I think like both teams kind of showed promise, and it could have gone anyway. But tonight UNH pulled out the dub. Got to go with
And
the
UNH,
Chargers,
they had really good wins and had a good loss too. They kept that game
Not a
close
bad
at the end there.
adjustment.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at Annex's screen. 3 match MVPs in a